So if you didn't know, AI is terrible for the environment. More on that in a moment, but also apparently like ChatGPT crashed during this final season because so many people were trying to use it for their finals and take their quizzes. And I can affirm this as a graduate student that when I was doing my finals and some of my final projects and stuff, and some of them were in groups, I had people who wanted to use AI like in my group, and I thought it was insane because of how like terrible it is for the environment, but it also is just like we should be able to do this work like it was client work, like case studies, without needing to use ChatGPT. You know what I mean? And people should know how to get through college without using AI because you're going to be in the field having to do that work. Anyway, though, the article behind me came out about 3 hours ago from Newsweek, and it states that researchers at the University of California, Riverside at Caltech and Caltech project that the growing demand for power for the AI boom could result in as many as 1,300 premature deaths and billions of dollars in health costs in the US each year by the end of this decade, as in 2030. So the article essentially goes on to also state that this is because so many parts of the country still rely on really bad forms of energy, and it puts out a ton of air pollution, which then contributes to cardiovascular and other respiratory diseases, which then would impact people near these data centers and these plants. Not to mention, there are literally being reports that AI requires as much energy as a small country. A small country. This is another article from Vox from about a month ago where they state asking ChatGPT to write two 200-word emails uses roughly the same amount of energy as a Tesla Model 3 would need to drive 1 mile. Because they both generate so much heat, the processors that generate those emails would also require about 4 half-liter bottles of water to cool down. AI is so bad. It is so bad for our environment. Like, it is disgustingly bad, and it's literally being shoved down our throats. And if you haven't noticed, or if you are keeping up with it, it is so hard to opt out of AI. It is so hard to get away from it. Like, it has been shoved into our faces in a matter of like a year, really bad, and it's really scary, and it's really bad. Anyway, this is my public service announcement that try to educate people especially if you're in college, because you're going to come across somebody who wants to use AI. Try to educate them on why it's not good in a very nice, gentle way. Don't make them feel stupid, because people don't like to listen to people when they make them feel stupid. Fun fact. Also educate your family members and your friends, just in like a nice way. Like, hey, did you know this thing is actually really crazy terrible for our environment? And just bring it up, because sometimes people just don't know what they don't know.